Yeah. Yeah.
Hello team, welcome to information from the Exercise Bar. My name is Coach Adam, founder of Adam Up Gains Fitness. I'm also a NASM certified personal trainer and nutritionist. This is hopefully going to be one of many informational type videos dealing with something in the realm of exercise, nutrition, maybe some of the latest trends, that kind of stuff. So the first topic we have today, that holiday surplus and what to do with it. Of course, I'm talking calories. So we know there's a problem of gaining weight during the holiday season. Now, how much weight people gain can vary, but it's not out of the question to say, somewhere around 2 pounds of weight gain. And we all know why. It's baked goods aplenty.
6 Christmas parties, 1 Thanksgiving meal.
Sorry, the heater's been acting up lately. But it's the holidays, right? We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to relax, and food is just in front of our faces all the time. So we can tell ourselves, hey, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to be good this year. I'm going to moderate myself. And you're seeing all this delicious food in front of you, and you're just white-knuckling it, and your willpower is draining, and you're just not enjoying yourself during the holidays. Or you give in, you overindulge, you feel like garbage the next day, and you feel guilty, and you're still not enjoying the holiday season. So my solution here is we try to take away some of this guilt, we partake in the surplus, but we build muscle while doing it. If you're going to be gaining weight during the holiday season, we might as well make most of that muscle. All right, then when the holiday season is over, we're back in fat burn mode. We get back to our normal weight, but we lose 2 pounds or so of body fat instead. Now you weigh the same, you have more muscle, you look leaner, stronger, you feel better, you're starting that new year right. Okay, here are the changes we need to make. Step 1, we need to start focusing on strength training. If you're a novice to lifting weights, we want 3 to 4 full body workouts a week, enough to fatigue those muscles, could be somewhere between the 15 to 30 minute mark. On the channel right now we have mostly 10-minute videos, but they're all geared towards strength training. Obviously the Get Strong workouts are going to be a little more fine-tuned to that, but even the Get Balanced and the Get Going ones are all going to have weights involved in them. You could do 1, you could do 2, right? Whatever it takes, you can stack them until you get that muscle fatigue. And that could be good, or you can find, strength training at the gym. We also just released a 20-minute Get Strong Builder workout that goes heavier into this muscle training. It was designed for this topic specifically. And it's 20 minutes, but the way it's designed, there's very little rest. You're going to get as much strength training as you would in maybe, let's say, a normal 35-minute strength training workout. It'll be the video you can click on after all of this is done. It'll also have a link in the description. So we want to do our strength training instead of cardio when we have to choose. Cardio is fine and good, but it will zap your energy that comes from weight training. So always do your weight training first, add some cardio later. Try not to be super intense with the cardio because that's going to start burning the carbs if the heart rate gets up too high versus the fat, and that's going to make those impulse eatings even harder during those holiday parties when carbs and sweets are in front of your face. So try to keep the cardio low if you're doing it, but always prioritize the strength instead. So where's the time, right? Well, it's the holidays. You should have more time off. The workload should start to diminish. The boss is going on vacation, unless you're in retail, then eat whatever you want. People are vultures. You need to survive, man. Just do what you need if you're in retail. God bless you. But right now is the perfect time to introduce weight training with that little extra time that you have. It also burns like 100 to 150 calories per session, depending on how intense you go. So it can actually help mitigate some of that fat burn from the overindulgence of calories as well. All right, so part 2, we're dealing with protein. Protein promotes muscle growth and repair. It's going to be very important we get enough of that if you're trying to build some of that muscle during this holiday season. So a lot of it comes down to choices. On Christmas dinner, have a little more Christmas goose than, let's say, Christmas bread that the goose would love to eat if it weren't on a plate. On Thanksgiving, go for more turkey and green beans, go less of the mashed potatoes and the applesauce that has a whole bunch of extra sugar in it that you don't want. But even like during those Christmas parties or those football parties or whatever, right? If you got your choice between chips and salsa and salami and cheese, go with the salami and cheese, even if you're tossing some crackers on there. Better choice, you'll get full a lot faster. Fried potato skins or chicken strips, you pick the chicken strips. That has the extra protein, right? So be smart about where you're eating those calories. Really help it so your strength training doesn't go to waste and you can enjoy the holidays a little more. So even with fried chicken, yeah, it's fried, it's not the greatest, but you're not eating it all year round. And tell your friends and family, hey, you're bulking. And tell them to ignore the hot sauce that's dripping from the chicken strips onto your shirt. That's what beefcakes do, and that's what you are becoming. Side note though, don't go crazy on the overindulgence. We don't want to go from 3,000 calories, let's say 5,000 calories a day. No amount of strength training is going to keep that fat from happening if you do that. But really, it's just about choices, right? The higher protein is going to satiate you more, and it's really going to mitigate the surplus that you might have otherwise had. I mean, you can eat 500 calories of mozzarella sticks without even thinking about it until you're on the toilet and you're in tears and you're regretting your life's mistakes. So we talked about your strength training, we talked about your protein. Part 3 is move. All right, you have more time off. Don't replace sitting at your desk at work or at home with sitting on the couch. Really take this as an opportunity to get that step count up. Go on hikes where the weather is permitting or walks in your neighborhood. If the weather's not cooperating, if you have a treadmill or a rower or elliptical at your house, utilize that a lot more. If you have a gym, right, now that's the time where you can use some of that walking equipment, right? If you're going grocery shopping, go up and down every single aisle. I hate shopping, but when I go shopping during the holiday season, I change my mindset. I'm not shopping, I'm stepping. It just so happens I'm stepping while my wife bleeds our bank account dry. 'Tis the season, your children are worth it. Also, every 1,000 steps is 50 calories burned. Add an extra 2,000 to 3,000 steps, you're adding another 100, 150 calories on top of your strength training workout to go towards taking away some of that surplus, and again, making it so the weight gain is going to be from muscle. Part 4, just some miscellaneous stuff. We're talking about getting extra sleep, right? So if you're taking time off work, really use that time to sleep in, especially if you're weight training for the first time. Muscle repair and growth occurs while you're at rest. So really try to take advantage of the sleep where you can. Really, it's also a great time to join a gym or get a personal trainer. Right now, it's a buyer's market for that kind of stuff. Gyms have quotas. Personal trainers are kind of starting to lose some of their clientele. They'll get a bunch of it come New Year's. But at that point, if you're trying to join everyone else who's trying to get a personal trainer or trying to join a gym, if you have a short window of when you can work out and the personal trainer's not available, well, you could have gotten him in November and December where his availability was the most open. You also kind of want to start learning how to weight train before the gym gets busy, and it's usually not that busy between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So that's a really good time to really learn for yourself, okay, what pieces of equipment work for me? What exercises are good? Where do I like to kind of hang out and do my lifting? At least then you'd have a plan when everyone comes in for that first month or two to be like, okay, I have a plan, I know where I want to go, and you're not just trying to figure it out when there's like no room, right? No one wants that. So really, big 3 here during this holiday season. If you're going to have some calorie surplus, don't feel guilty. Partake in some calorie surplus. Prioritize the protein where you can. Introduce strength training, like I said, 3 to 4 times a week. Work out to fatigue. And then to mitigate the surplus, move around as much as possible. Then you take all 3 of those components and you try to integrate them in your life come New Year, okay? You're not going to want to stop strength training. You can go down a little bit, and maybe it's just 2 to 3 times a week in strength training, but really try to keep it. Try to keep that step count up. Even when you go back to the office, find ways to walk there too. Those are going to be some real best practices, especially if you still want to lose weight, especially if you still want to gain a little bit of muscle throughout the beginning part of the year. All right, hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully you found that informative. My name is Coach Adam from Adam Up Gains Fitness. Get strong, get balanced. Let's get going, folks. Thanks for watching this segment of information from the Exercise Bar. Any questions or comments on the current topic, go ahead, drop them in the comment section below. I will definitely respond. Also, if there's any other topics you'd like me to address in the future, put those in the comments as well. As always, like, subscribe, share with a family or friend really does help the channel. This is Coach Adam from Adam Up Gains Fitness, keeping you informed to keep you healthy.